Check one. Check one. Check two. Yes. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Oh, wait a minute, I already got those. Ooh, I'll get something else. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the program. Today is September 16th in the year 2024, and we're witnessing the second attempt on Donald Trump's life as he runs for the presidency. One last time, perhaps. They got him. Trump's safe. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. La 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 la. Let me get my right hand. La 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 la. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hare Hare. Yeah. How you doing, everybody? Marcus Conte reporting. I can't believe it. Can't believe what I'm about to report on. The second, count them. Second assassination attempt on the great Donald Trump's life. The first time he was at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and some psychopath was able to squeeze up on a roof and squeeze off 6 bullets in his direction, hitting him once. But today is Monday, yesterday afternoon, out there on the golf course, around the 6th hole at Mar-a-Lago, Trump was shooting. He was doing well in the game, he said, and he was on the 5th hole, and some psychopath made his way into the bush next to hole 6 at Mar-a-Lago, sitting in the bush, locked and loaded with AK-47 pointing at him. He had a GoPro ready to film the whole thing. Real psychopath, right? And shots were fired. We don't know at this time, Monday morning. We still don't know who shot the shots. Did the psycho shoot the gun, or was that Secret Service shooting the psycho? At this point, we don't know. But there was shots fired, and they got the guy. The guy got away. Amazingly, he got away. Right? The Secret Service took shots at the guy, allegedly, and somehow that guy got away. How did the guy get away? Right? How the fuck did the guy get away? How safe is Trump when a guy can take shots at him through his own fucking backyard fence and get away? Right? They found the guy 40 miles away in his car. He was driving away like a high-speed chase before they got him. 40 miles away. That's no high-speed chase. High-speed chase doesn't last more than a mile or two before they run you off into the bush. So the guy was there. We're going to look at the profile of this guy. Clearly programmed psychopath. He was the big video that I found. It was circulating around was him. His name is Ryan Routh. Is Assassin 2. Ryan Routh, 59 years old. A Ukraine sympathizer, straight up American, like everybody else here in America. No accents. He wasn't Russian or Ukrainian, but he decided to go to Ukraine and kill Russians because why? Because he thought he was doing the right thing, because the Democrats told him he was doing the right thing. Right? Remember, Ukraine is a fictional war. Is a civil war between Russia and Russia, really. And that power vacuum was clearly that power vacuum opened up because of the rhetoric that was going on in the campaign of 2020 at the time. Joe Biden was caught with his hand in a cookie jar, him and his kid. Hunter Biden were off in the Ukraine, working with, oligarchs there, filling their pockets with cash. And then Trump called it out. And so what happened? Ukraine, falls into Ukraine. The leader of Ukraine, Zelensky, then becomes vilified by the Democrats. The Democrats vilified Zelensky because he was siding with Trump. So now you've destabilized the government of Ukraine. And what happens? Putin came in and took it back. All right? That's the reality of it. But the psychopath of today, Mr. Ryan Routh, didn't see it that way at all. He saw the Ukrainians as being devastated and in a bad place and worthy of the whole world coming to arms to shoot the Russians on their turf. That's the kind of psychology that this guy had. And that also, the 9/11 propaganda, not 9/11, but the January 6th propaganda that the Democrats keep pumping out, that Trump is a threat to democracy. Where is this coming from? Right? Could we say that this is an assassination attempt by the Democratic Party on Trump? Yes, we can, because every single one of these crackers that shot him, the two that shot, were politically motivated. There was evidence on the table that it was a political motivation. And where does that political motivation stem from? I'll ask you this question. Would Ryan Routh have known anything about what was going on and or would have sympathized with the Ukrainians if not for the Democrats plugging it, right? Or Kamala Harris herself and Joe Biden saying that Trump is a threat to democracy. And the fact that Trump was clear on Ukraine that he doesn't care who, quote, wins the war against Ukraine and Russia. Trump has said, I don't care who wins. They keep asking Trump, isn't it important that the Ukrainians win the war? And Trump looks into the camera and says, it's all about just stop the killing, stop the wars, stop the killing, stop the fighting. So this guy Ryan Routh was obviously off in Ukraine fighting and shooting his gun at Russians that he doesn't even know for reasons he has no idea. Fighting a 4,000-year-old civil war in Ukraine. Stupid American propaganda jerk-off full of misinformation about what's going on in the world. He then turns his gun on Trump, and they got him. Man. So that's in a nutshell what's going on. Right? So don't forget to vote. Are the Trump assassination attempts a direct result of left-wing propaganda, as I just told you? I think they are. I'm going to make the case for it right now. 19 people have voted so far, and 84% of them agree that the assassinations are left-wing propaganda. So here he is. That's what he looks like. Ryan Routh promised a bloodbath, the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. He is a threat to democracy, says Kamala Harris. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message. It's propaganda. Is there any way around it? I mean, Trump is guilty of saying that Joe Biden is senile and can't function as the president. We have no president. Maybe that's a reason to kill fucking Joe Biden. I don't really know. But it does seem that despite all of the assertions that the right, the far right, or however far on the right you want to go, is somehow radicalized, is somehow demonized, seems to be factually incorrect. It seems that most of the riots come from the left, and the two assassination attempts on Trump's life are both clearly and unequivocally coming from the left propaganda side of the boat. So anyway, my name is Marcus Conte. I got a website. And every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, educational, philosophical live stream. It's not really about politics. It's just really about what it means to be alive in the moment right now. I happen to be sitting in the United States, so these are subjects that are fairly interesting. People are fucking worked up right now about politics. Watch yourself. Watch what you say to people as to not hurt their feelings. A lot of people are fucking bitter and isolated because you don't fucking agree with me. Right? That kind of shit is going on right now in America, and you know, there's pockets of it. Ryan Routh is a sleeper cell. From out of nowhere, he's got his gun, and he's got his GoPro, and he was 400 yards away from the sitting president. If he would have gotten a shot, the guy was military trained or self-trained as a militant. He was off in Ukraine, ready to kill, so he knows what he's doing. More so than the first idiot who couldn't hit Trump from from less than 100 yards away, which I'm told is an amateur fucking shot. 100 yards with 6 bullets laying on your stomach with a scope and a fucking tripod is a fairly easy shot. Ryan Routh had to hit him from 400 yards away, and I don't know. I don't think he got the shot off, but we'll find out. But it is fucking it is spooky. If you want to, it's a spooky time to be in America, leading into an election with 2, not 1, but 2 assassination attempts. And I told you on this program, I told you that assassination, you can roll the videos back and you'll see. I was telling you all along that Trump is wide open to an assassination. Lacks security. Right? An assassination attempt just happened not even 2 months ago. And why isn't the golf course that Trump is playing at surrounded by Secret Service? Why isn't there a fucking bulletproof, fucking wall around Trump Mar-a-Lago right now? Right? Got to keep the guy alive. No, don't worry about it. He's okay. We got him. We got him covered. So if you will, make a donation to this program, shorthappylife@gmail.com or PayPal, Patreon. Either way you do it. Oh, I got a Marcus Conte reporting on himself. There he is. Bib number 1796. I ran my big race, my big 5K race, and my winning time in my age group. I got the silver medal for 60 to 69-year-olds. I beat all those fucking old guys, man. I beat them all, man. I beat them all but one. All but one fucking old guy, I beat him. I beat all these kids, too. But there I am doing my stretch right before my race. Time is 26:51. 26:51, not really great for, a great 5K run. But there I am, euphoric right now. I don't know where this is on the course, but I'm out there running. And there I am getting my fucking baggie. There was no trophy, but I got this. I get this bag of stuff, right? All this fucking crap, right? Look at this thing. This is what you get for winning the race. You get this, right? You get a fucking flashing toy. They give you a toy, so you can strap this on your ass, right? You put this on your forehead, right, when you're running, and you're running at night, and you can, and people will see you. Blink, blink, blink. Right? That's not bad, right? For running 5K and almost killing yourself. Right? Get some stuff that I wouldn't even touch, right? There's a vitamin C supplement, whatever. But anyway, there I am. I won the race. I got second. I got the silver. This guy right here with the pants on, he got first. I was second. This guy got third. But look at us all. Look at all these slender. I'm happy to compete against guys that can run 25 minutes. Right now. I'll beat them the next time. I tell you, I guarantee you, I'll beat this guy next time. I ran 26:51, and he was like 26. I was only like a half a minute behind him, and he passed me. I was out in front. I remember seeing the guy because of his shorts, For some reason, he was old, and I saw his gold shorts go by. I was like, oh man, I bet that guy's gonna fucking beat me, right? I bet he's over 60. And then there's like 100 people in the race, so there's a lot of them. But I saw him go by. I was winning, and then but anyway, man, it was a fun race, and I feel good about it. And I ended thinking that I can go a lot faster, and I will the next time. 24, under 24. So let's begin. Sad day in American politics. Donald Trump assassination attempt. The guy was North Carolina neighbor of Trump shooting suspect. Yeah, he was from North Carolina. So his name is Ryan Wesley Roth. For the conspiracy theorists that like names and numbers. Ryan Wesley Roth, RWR, and he's 58 years old. All right. Was arrested after allegedly pointing his AK-47 assault rifle at former President Trump at his golf course, according to law enforcement sources. Trump was golfing at the time. Roth was spotted several holes ahead of Trump. So I think Trump was at hole 5, and the guy squeaked through the fence right here at hole 6. Is this Mar-a-Lago? I don't fucking know what this is. Trump International Golf Course. So it's not Mar-a-Lago. It's Trump's golf course. I stand corrected. It's not Trump's personal residency. It's just a golf course that Trump runs in Florida. Trump fucking property. He's on his own property. The alleged shooter mounted a GoPro on the fence and was intent on filming what would have been the murder of a former president. Wow. Wow. Right. Martin County Sheriff described the suspect as having a calm demeanor after being apprehended by law enforcement. Of course, because every one of these psychopaths think that they are doing the right thing. Why would they be nervous? They're not nervous. This is my. He's like a captive, a prisoner of war. Right? He just goes down fighting. He knows that the police are not going to beat him up and fucking, this guy will spend the rest of his life in a cement block, right, with no sound and no light. Right? They'll torture him in that way, but they won't straight out beat him up. Or maybe not, because of Trump, Biden's. Maybe he'll get out on bail. Maybe he'll get out with no cash bail. Right? Why not? Fucking so what? It's only Trump. It's not like he tried to kill a real person, says the Democrat fucking Department of Justice. Sutsu Kuda says, Barack, we missed again. Quote, Kamala Harris says. Right. 2 failed attempts already, right? They can't even get that right? You can't even fucking kill a guy. Too bad. This is possibly the second assassination attempt. No, it is the second assassination attempt. One of his neighbors calls him a little cuckoo. Let's look at the photos. There he is. So I want to look at the details of the actual hit. He had a lot of guns, what else? There he is. Look at the photos. Look at these fucking photos, man. So there he is. There he is. He looks like a militant assassin. He's at some sort of lefty fucking. I guess he's in Ukraine with all the Ukraine flags. It's Ukrainian writing. He had a distorted fucking view of Ukraine. Here he is with other Ukrainians. And it seems like he's buried in the crowd right here, holding I guess that's him. I don't know who. I guess he's in there. Others seen with suspect at rally. It looks like him, right? Yeah, there he is. He's got what kind of flag is it? It looks like an Italian flag. Or is that a Ukrainian flag? I don't know. Green, red, and blue. Green, white, and red. Excuse me. More photos. What is this? Roth's Hawaiian house. He's from Hawaii? I thought he was from North Carolina. It's from Hawaii. So the alleged gunman who targeted former Trump had a Biden-Harris bumper sticker. Yeah, he had a fucking Biden-Harris bumper sticker. Watch out for those, man. Watch out. Don't get into road rage now. You see a Biden-Harris bumper sticker, those fucking psychopaths will jump out and say you're trying to, you're trying to subvert democracy. All right. He donated to the Democrats in 2019. No big deal. People donate all the time. Roth advised Biden. How did he advise Biden? Yeah, like Biden's really paying attention to him. Okay, Roth advised Biden in X to run campaign around keeping America democratic and free. These are some of the things that Roth had on his social media, by the way. He said, quote, make Americans slaves against master, right? He also claimed Trump wants to, quote, make Americans slaves against master. Right? They see a master. There he is, smiling, apprehended. They should burn this guy. They should fucking four-quarter him, right? Right? Just in the police cruiser, 58 years old, arrested on Sunday, AK-47. He allegedly pointed his gun through a chain-link fence at the Trump International Golf Club, West Palm Beach. Roth fled in an SUV after a member of the Secret Service fired on him. Right, this is what we're getting. This is what we're hearing. There's no video of it or anything that I could see. So there's going to be a lot of propaganda around the story. The Secret Service, if no video evolves, they'll tell you whatever they want you to hear, essentially, because there's no evidence. So he fled, fired after seeing the muzzle. So the Secret Service guy apparently saw a muzzle of a gun sticking out of a fence and fired. Really? Is that how he fired at a muzzle? Wow, that's unusual. He was apprehended soon after. I don't know what I'm reading here. Where's the need a better play-by-play. What else can we find on there? Thanks to I am deeply disturbed, says Kamala Harris. Yeah, right. Okay. Fox News' Sean Hannity reveals on Sunday that he spoke with former president. The president's doing fine. He then replied, so Trump, after Trump knew that he was, that no one had been killed and there was no, nothing to joke about. All they did was get the guy who shot him. He said, I really wanted to finish that hole. I had a birdie putt. So Trump, unscathed, unfazed by the second assassination attempt, goes right back to his golf game. I was just playing golf, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Because they'll probably try to say that Trump is inciting the violence. Democrats will say, you see, Trump, he incites hate in people, so much so that they want to kill him. It has nothing to do with our rhetoric saying that Trump is a danger to democracy. Trump rallied thousands of people to overturn the United States government on January 6th in the insurrection and the seditious conspiracy against our government. Didn't you hear? It's a total made-up story, total fake story, and people are sitting in jail because of it. People are sitting in jail. Trump gets shot at twice. Alleged would-be Trump assassin has had several run-ins with the law, and so he's a convicted felon. Son of alleged would-be Trump assassin, his father says ex-president is not a violent, he says his kid is not a violent person, but I don't like Trump either. Okay. Suspect vented frustrations about being apprehended. So there's, what else can we find out? I like the pictures here. This is what the guy looks like. He's lean and mean at 59. And yeah, he's definitely fucking. So so here's some of the propaganda. You make up your mind. I got an election going here. Are the Trump assassination attempts a direct result of left-wing propaganda? Well, let's look at some of the propaganda. Last week, Kamala Harris falsely accused Trump of calling Nazis fine people, promising a, quote, bloodbath and being responsible, quote, for the worst attack on democracy since the Civil War. That's Kamala Harris saying that. That's the candidate, the sitting vice president, saying that about the guy running against her, former president, who sat in the Oval Office for 4 years with a stellar fucking review. Right? People liked him, and he kept the country out of wars. Right? But nonetheless, Joe Biden has labeled Trump the, quote, MAGA Republicans as semi-fascist and domestic terrorists, says senile Joe Biden. Tim Walz called Trump a fascist, a threat to democracy, who will, quote, put people's lives in danger. That's Tim Walz, running mate. On Saturday, Senator Chris Murphy described Trump, quote, as a candidate explicitly running on the promise of political violence. Right? So what do you think a psychopath like this is hearing? Right? People watch the news. They listen to these elected officials. They don't look through the cracks at all. They're not paying attention up until now. And now their politicians are pumping the populace with garbage, right? And it drives people crazy, because it drives the crazy people even more crazy, because they don't understand how you missed it, how you don't understand that Trump is a threat to democracy. How dare you talk positively about that fucking beast? He's going to destroy our democracy. Right? That's what they're hearing over and over again. And where's it coming from? It's coming from the top of the Democratic Party. There's no doubt about it. What else did he say? Springfield, Ohio, border czar. So, they said Trump is telling people they're eating. Trump was saying that immigrants are eating their pets, which probably is true. I would guarantee you that you can find some sort of illegal immigrant in the country, maybe from China or India or Vietnam, where eating dogs is fine. You can probably find some illegal immigrant in this country who has done that in this country by eating a fucking dog. I'd go one step further and invite that dog eater to my neighborhood and have a look at some of the dogs in this neighborhood that don't stop barking. Fucking bark nonstop, right? Just nonstop barking, right? Maybe they should come out with dogs that have no bark. Right? You can still love a dog that doesn't bark. Right? Just remove the barking tool. Go right here and just fucking. They chop off the dog's balls, right? Right? You neuter a dog, right? So take out while you're neutering, while you got the scissors out. Take out the vocal cords so they stop barking. Anyway, so it would be Trump assassin Roth, 58 of Ohio echoes Biden's anti-Trump rhetoric. More pictures. I think these are the same. Echoed the anti-Trump rhetoric. What is that rhetoric? So we heard some of it. Well, let's hear him in his own words. So. All right, let's listen to Trump first. I would like to thank everyone, Trump says, for your concern and well wishes. It was certainly an interesting day. Most importantly, I want to thank the Secret Service for doing an incredible job keeping me safe. The job done was absolutely outstanding. I'm very proud to be an American. So Trump is telling everybody, I'm okay. I'm okay. So Trump is safe. There's no doubt about it. Trump is good. So here he is in his own words.
I'm 56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally. So I live in Hawaii now. So flew all the way from Hawaii here.
This is good. This is a good evidence piece right here. Rarely do you have. This is not a manifesto for the thing that he was about to do. He may have released that later because he was trying to make a video of it. But this is his manifesto regarding Ukraine.
To me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil.
What are you doing here in Ukraine?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? The Russian man says. What are you doing here?
My initial goal was to come and fight. I think everybody around the globe should be motivated to come here and support the Ukrainians and support the army So Plan B was to come here to Kyiv and promote getting more people here. You know, we need thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians.
So
Fighting with the Ukrainians, and for what reason? To make everybody happy.
you are working with the International Legion.
You are working with the international. They obviously don't trust this guy.
Yes.
And you are trying to convince people to help, to donate, and to join.
Yeah.
Amazing. What else? Come on.
So I live in Hawaii now, so I flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here,
Yeah, why are you
to
here?
me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, you know, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world.
How do you think this guy found out about Ukraine? How did he find out about the conflict in Ukraine versus Russia? By watching mainstream media over and over again tout why the dirty Russians are wrong and that the Ukrainians are right and that we should send billions of dollars to Ukraine to kill Russians. Your government, Americans, are sending and has sent millions and billions of dollars to Ukraine to kill Russians. Right? That's what you're doing.
Are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another, and it's just a matter of.
You see, they always believe that they're doing the right thing. This guy believes what he's doing. That's why when they caught him, he was calm. He's like he's a prisoner of war. He's fighting the war for you. He thinks.
We need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world.
I do like his shirt.
It's just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united, so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit.
You could see the gaps in his information. Like he doesn't understand really the politics of the country that he's running into. And it also brings light to the fact that look how insane American propaganda is. It's so insane that that a guy like this can be, you know, radicalized to get on a plane and go to a foreign country that, you know, and take up arms and start shooting at their enemy. It's fucking nuts. Why would you? That has nothing at all to do with defending democracy at home. Nothing at all. Zero. Right? This doesn't benefit your country. It doesn't benefit anybody's country, because all you're doing is you're going there and vowing to kill. That's not good. Right? You're a killer. That's what you went there to kill people because you're a fucking killer, and it didn't work out for you, and you came home and you tried to kill the president to make a point.
So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit, and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together.
Let's all work together. We're stronger together. Where have you heard that before? We're together. We're all together on this, right? How come you're not with us? You're not together? What are you, separate? That's his mind, right? Together we're stronger. It's rhetoric right from the top of the Democratic Party. Stronger together.
Seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous.
That's an interesting statement, right? He says it's asinine to think that we don't have a president that would be for this.
A leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous.
See, Trump, that's an indication that he doesn't like Trump, because Biden is for the Ukraine garbage. Biden is signing the checks for Zelensky for $50 billion, $100 billion. And Trump says we're going to cut it off. Trump says I'll end that war quickly. And this guy, Roth, sees Trump as a threat to his mission. Right? I was ready to go to Ukraine and die for the Ukrainians. Fuck it. I'll go to the golf course and shoot at Trump. And if I die, so be it. Right? Radicalized. Total radical.
And being kind and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
And what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? He's talking about basic fucking human.
My initial goal was to come and fight. I think everybody around the globe should be motivated to come here.
I came here to fight.
And support the Ukrainians and support the army, no matter what gender, age, anything. Everybody should be here supporting the army. But I'm 56, so initially.
I'm almost ready to agree that this guy got slipped something, right? This guy is a perfect patsy, right? They knew everything. The CIA and the FBI and all the agencies. This guy was straight out there in plain view. They knew all about him. They know he's weak. They know he's not paying attention to the propaganda. If anybody's going to get slipped something synthetic, right, in their oatmeal in the morning in Ukraine, and that makes you wake up and want to kill and forget everything and hallucinate and believe whatever you hear, this guy would be a perfect candidate for it, Mr. Ryan Wesley. If not already in this video. Has he already been? But the point is they knew who he was. And he came back alive to America, and what did he do? What did he do? How did this guy slip through the cracks?
Initially, they were like, well, I have no military experience, so they're like, you're not an ideal candidate. So they said, not right this minute. So plan B was to come here to Kyiv and promote getting more people here. We need...
Right, and then that didn't work out, so you went with plan C, and you decided to try to shoot the former president, because you thought you had it figured out, right? This guy was good. This guy was a lot better than the other kid. This guy he built a little nest, right in the weeds, right at the 6th hole of the golf course, 400 yards away. It's a little far. Right? It's a far shot. 400 yards. I can't even see 400 yards with a. There's no way I would hit it. But apparently, this guy 400 yards is not a hard shot for a seasoned shooter. Right? It sounds like it. It's 4 football fields. It's far away.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians. We need. We've got 190 countries around the world, and we need thousands from all of them. If the governments will not send their official military, then we civilians have to pick up the torch and make this thing happen. And we've gotten some wonderful people here, but it's a small fraction of the number.
It's almost like he's a little suicidal. Right? He's like, I don't care. I'll die for somebody because I don't really like life. Life sucks. Life is too painful to see. All of these events in life are too painful. I want to go and kill.
That should be here. If we have 5,000, to 10,000 people here fighting, that is just a minuscule amount of the 5 billion people on the globe. We need everyone here fighting. That's why I'm in Kyiv. So every project that I promote is about getting people here to support the Ukrainians. We were at a critical juncture in this war.
Can anybody identify his accent? It doesn't sound quite South Carolina or North Carolina. And I really don't know what Hawaii sounds like other than Obama. And he's not really a Hawaiian. His accent seems to be middle America, really.
Where we are sitting on the fence.
Maybe a little southern. Maybe a little southern. I would be considered a northern accent. My accent would be, my accent would probably be coastal, east and California. But this guy is somewhere in the middle.
Fence, as far as whether good or evil is going to win. Right now we're looking at a situation where...
Skillicrow asks, did he get a shot off? We still don't know. We don't know if he got a shot off. They apparently got the gun. He dropped the gun and jumped in his car and took off, and they caught him 41 miles away from where he was on the highway. But we don't know. At this time we don't know if he got the shot off, and we may never know because there's no video evidence of it. So the FBI will make up whatever they want. Probably they'll say he didn't get the shot off.
The world is waning in its thinking that this is important or not, and we're at a point where all right, are we going to stand?
I wouldn't think he got the shot off because he wouldn't have. Here's why I don't think he got the shot off. There was shots heard being fired, but he ran away too quickly, right? He didn't. It doesn't make sense that he stood there and shot until he hit Trump, right? He didn't keep firing until he hit Trump, because then you would have heard 2 rounds of shooting. You would have heard him shooting, and then Secret Service locating him and then shooting back. You would have heard like maybe a slight pause and then shooting back, right? You didn't really hear that exchange. All you heard was bap, 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 and then and it was over, right? And the guy ran away.
Stand for humanity, for human rights, for everything that is good.
I'm speaking from circumstantial evidence right now, but it sounds like he got spotted in the weeds, and they opened fire on him. They saw that he had a gun. They just shot at him. And how come the Secret Service couldn't get him? How come you couldn't? You see the guy with a gun, and you fucking, how close are you? How come they couldn't shoot him? How come they couldn't kill this guy? How did he get away?
With the world,
it's nice that they have him, right? It is nice that they have him. Let's make the second prediction. All right, let's make a second prediction. All right. How long will Ryan Wesley Roth be alive? All right. And with Oswald, they killed him right away. All right. So here it is. This is very Kennedy-esque. All right. Think about it. Right. They've got the shooter. They got the shooter who shot at Trump, who planned to kill Trump. Right? He didn't kill him, but he planned to kill Trump. If he would have killed Trump, then he would have been the Trump assassin. Right? And now they got him, right? And who put him up to it? Did the CIA and the FBI put him up to it? Did his Democratic rhetoric put him up to it? Right? What's he going to say to the press? They're going to try to kill him. Right? So he's clearly a marked man, unless they just wipe him. Remember, he's in custody now, right? Everything that he eats, drinks, and breathes is controlled. So they could pump him with whatever they want. They don't have to shoot him up with anything. They just add it to his food and he'll eat it. They'll zero out his brain. They'll fucking erase his brain. Give him something. Give him something that shuts him the fuck up.
World. Or are we just going to ignore it? If everybody is complacent and doesn't join this fight, then guess who's going to win? It might take 10 years, but we're going to lose this battle if everyone around the globe does not stop what they're doing and get off the couch and come to Ukraine and defend the human rights of everyone around the globe. This is the most important thing.
Champs says something interesting. He's not a plant. He's just crazy. What is the difference? Right? Is it? There's plenty of crazy people in the world. If you continue to pump their minds with the fact that the leader of your country is a threat and wants to take away your right to, I don't know, not have a baby or have a baby or whatever, or whatever your issue is, whatever your climate, he's gonna this man is gonna pollute the climate and kill millions of fucking species, right? Whatever it is, right? He's being pumped by a false narrative, right? Is that a patsy? Is that how a patsy is engineered in the modern age? What sort of substances is he consuming to make that seem more real? And it ain't fucking drinking and weed.
Thing going on in the world today. So sitting around and letting life go on as normal and complaining about gas prices and complaining about, your luxury life in whatever country you live in is unacceptable. As human beings, we must support each other. We cannot turn our backs on anyone around the world and expect the problem to go away.
Who's turning their back on who? Nobody turned their back on Ukraine. So that if you want to look at who started the conflict, you can look no further than Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden. by what they did to Zelensky, how they vilified Zelensky as being a Trump conspirator, and then they fucking impeached Trump. And Zelensky, the Russians took over, right? And then Zelensky became a hero. Know the course of events, right? Please, before you go shooting the president.
So I've been dealing with Russia for my entire life. We had one period where it was okay, but now we've let it slip back into terrorism. So it's just the world needs to respond. Why world leaders are not sending military is beyond me. We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that have.
He's talking about electing new leaders. This is important. What's his thought on electing new leaders?
We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that have the fortitude to say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior.
So Trump represents the opposite. Trump represents de-escalation of war, de-escalation of violence. And this guy took violence to Trump for saying that because he sees Russia as invoking violence against the Ukrainian people. Right? And that war would have been over very, very quickly. Would Ukraine have, quote, won that war? No, they wouldn't have. It would have become Russia peacefully. Right? And most of the people in Ukraine, 90% of them, already speak Russian, have Russian fucking credentials, are Russian people, 90% of them. This guy has no idea that that's the case. That he's fighting it's not even civil war. It's like 90% of the people are already Russian. You jerk off.
Type of behavior is unacceptable anywhere, any place. So it's totally unacceptable. And
this guy's a prime target. He really was I got to hand it to the FBI and CIA for pumping this guy. For making this guy was such a beautiful specimen, right? Beautiful specimen, right? This is our guy. I could see the meetings. This is our guy. Who's going to be the next one to hit Trump? This is our guy. His name is, what is his name? Ryan Wesley Roth. Oh, it sounds so assassin. Let's go with it.
Why people are not responding, I do not know.
What impressed you the most since you are here?
My trip to Irpin was pretty emotional. So, going and seeing the building.
So I think you get the idea there. So how's it affecting the polls? Let's look. So this is Monday in Nevada. I'm not going to look at that. Sunday, let's see who's talking. That's Arizona. National poll, ABC has Harris by 4, and Atlas has Trump by 3. So you could see ABC, who fudged the last Democratic debate, who rigged. It was 3-on-1. The commentators were fact checking Trump live, and Harris was skating away. Remember, every time Kamala Harris runs a commercial on television that promotes the idea that Trump is somehow conspiratorial and/or the author of this propaganda piece, 2025. Which some 900 pages of garbage some think tank wrote. Every time Kamala Harris goes on the radio, and she does it a lot here in Pennsylvania, if you listen to certain stations here, you'll hear this commercial over and over and over again. So much so that you got to turn it off. Right? And in that document, I believe, is Trump's vision to overthrow democracy. Right? It's false. Trump has nothing to do with it and such, but nonetheless, ABC didn't fact check any of that, and now they got Harris by 4. Atlas has Trump by 3. Again, ABC has Harris by 4. Another Atlas, Trump by 4. Des Moines Register, Trump by 4. That's in Iowa. What are the nationals? Nationals, Yahoo News has Harris by 4. Trafalgar, National TIPP has Harris by 4. This is Saturday. This is before the assassination, before the hit. But the latest on Sunday, no one taking this poll could have known about the Trump hit yet. So we don't really have polling on how that how this latest assassination spins with the mainstream of America so far. But it's tight. It is tight. Trump up by 3, down by 3. Harris up by 4, according to ABC. I would really dispute anything that these folks are saying. I don't think that the polls are accurate right now. I really don't. I think, as I've always said, and as I've observed, is that Trump underperforms, dramatically underperforms. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Oh, this is a good poll. Why don't we use this one instead? Pennsylvania's bakery cookie poll between Trump and Harris has clear winner. Right? So this bakery, this is great. This is a great poll. This bakery makes cookies, and they have Republican cookies, the reds for Trump, and the blue cookies for Harris. And guess who outsells who? Look at this. As of Friday morning, the shop has sold a whopping 5,200 Trump cookies versus 500 Harris cookies. And you want to tell me that Kamala Harris is winning in Pennsylvania? Right? This is like 10-1 Trump. 10-1 on the cookies. Let's look at the cookies. What are the cookies? Oh, there's the cookies. So there you go, right? Which cookie would you buy? If you were a cookie fiend, which cookie would you buy? Right? Would you, if you were a Harris supporter, would you eat a Trump cookie? Hell fucking no. And vice versa. Would I, anybody who is leaning Trump, would you eat a Harris cookie? Hell fucking no. But so the Trump cookies are outselling Kamala Harris cookies by 10-1. And that's no joke. What's Sticks saying about it?
All right, it looks like breaking news. They might have actually tried to kill Donald Trump a second time. It looks like the shooter was actually on the golf course yard when the shooting occurred. That was earlier. I reported on this. It was breaking news. It looks like a link in the description, archived, of course. They may have actually been on the property at the time.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service returned fire. That is, that they were literally fired upon. Somebody had an AK-47 and was trying to snipe Trump.
It doesn't mean that they fired, that the guy fired on Secret Service. It's enough to see a gun pointing out of a fence at the president to shoot him. So I don't know. I don't. There's no evidence that the guy got off a shot so far.
This does not particularly surprise me. He's basically got a target on his back at this point. Because there are so many people that have been indoctrinated into thinking that he's literally the devil or something like that. I assure you, by the way, that he's not. And so people, they react badly to this. They think, oh shit, if Trump doesn't die, the country will die.
Yep.
Oh my God, what if he wins and stuff like that. It's been fed by the legacy media. They've been fanning the flames for years.
Yep.
And then they wonder, out loud, of course, for ad revenue, why the hell is this happening?
Oh, by the way, I saw the Laura Loomer piece. Laura Loomer is, if you don't know who Laura Loomer is, she's a right-wing kook. She's right in there with the Jason Goodmans of the world and the fucking, George Webbs of the world. And the Roger Stones and the fucking Alex Jones and such. And she, I don't know, Trump took her in. She was on the plane with Trump, and she made a anti-Jew remark. I don't really care about Laura Loomer because I think she's a fool, and I think Trump was stupid to bring someone like that on his plane. Right? So Trump got what he deserved for siding with Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer is a loser. She's some Jew loser, fat, ugly, with a fucking punching bag face. I don't like her. I don't like what she says. I don't like what she represents. So as far as Trump bringing her on the plane, that was a stupid move. Go away, Laura.
Why would somebody go on to Trump's golf course and try to shoot him? There's a pretty obvious answer to that. Just saying. I mean, it's no real surprise to me. So, I'm like, wow, they actually tried to take a second shot. Some people predicted this. I was one of them. And said, look,
I was before you were, too.
there's a pretty good chance that they try again.
All right, so what else we got here? I don't want to watch that. Let's look at the markets. Quick look at the markets. The markets are open. It's 7:57 New York time. Ding, ding, we're open. And Dow Jones Industrial Average up 318. NASDAQ up, NASDAQ down 88. S&P flat up 6. NASDAQ down 89. How's Trump's stock doing after the assassination attempt? Down 2%. What? He's alive. Trump's stock jumped up on Friday because Trump says he's not going to sell any of it. And that's big. Wall Street likes to hear that. And if you have 1 million shares and you sell them, the stock goes down. So everything looks pretty red today. Except for the Dow, because the street is expecting Jerome Powell to cut the insurance, the federal interest rate. So we could expect a Fed interest rate coming. So that's all I got today, man. Trump is. Let's look at the poll. Let's end the poll. I'm going to end the poll. Are Trump assassination attempts a direct result of left-wing propaganda? 29 votes in, 83% say yes, it is. Yes, Trump. The left wing is causing the assassinations. Thank you all. Thank you all for being there, for being here. Thank you all for being here. What's this? Oh, that's me. No, shh. We're already finishing. We're finishing. All right, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys Wednesday. And the prediction is now on the table. Ryan Routh will likely be eliminated because he knows too much. He represents too much. Marcus Conte reporting.